up, everybody? Welcome to the 2025 Major Toys San Diego Comic-Con reveal panel. I am here to host this thing. Co-owner of Major Toys, Brian Myers. What's up, everybody?
I am also here to host this thing, The Completes, Matt Cardona. Hey, guys.
And I'm also here, Canic.
The Canic.
The Canic. The complete Canic.
And I'm here too. I'm TTD, art director at Major.
Boys, it's finally here. The biggest time of the year. All the toy companies are lining up to show off what they've done, what they've had planned, and we've had a lot going on here at Major.
Yeah, so we started actually as a company called Major Bendies, and that's what we made. Major Bendies, based off the Just Toys Bendems. We've made over 100 figures, superstars from the past, present, and future. And we're adding to that line with the iconic Matt and Jeff, the Hardy Boys. This is their signature debut look, never before released in figure form.
1998 look of Matt and Jeff. They're super excited to be on board with this. They've so far never had figures in this look, this original rookie Hardy look. So super cool to execute this for them and all their fans.
And these are already a work in progress. They should be in stock early fall. TTD, what went into designing this plaid here on the Hardys? Was it hard to execute from the factory?
Yeah, the design, much like anything we do, the design has intricacies that you need to be aware of with the factory. So there's limitations in terms of how the factory can print anything, right? So when you've got a design like this, which wraps around a part as this wraps around the leg, you need to think about how you simplify it. You need to think about how the figure is going to be broken up and put back together to allow for the print. I think, like you said, we're over 100 figures into Major Bendies, 166, I think it is, to be precise. So we've got a pretty good idea of what does and what doesn't work at the moment, but you're absolutely right to call it out. It looks kind of simple on screen like this and effective, but difficult to execute behind the scenes.
Well, I definitely have a few difficult figures coming up right now because, Connect, tell us about Major is coming to Whatnot. What are we doing here?
Major's coming to Whatnot, and we got two exclusives to start off with.
Oh my God, it's the Iron Man of TNA Wrestling. Brian Myers of the System, straight off his victory at Slammiversary. Holy smokes.
Well, I will not be matching that, as we've discussed. I did not match you at Slammiversary. This gear has yet to be worn. It is Back to the Future-esque. You know, I love doing my esque style gears. TTD, we went back and forth. Now, TTD, not only does he design our figures, but he designs our gear. So TTD and I were going back and forth about the gear. This is before it was even going to be on a figure. To be honest, I don't even have this gear yet.
Wow. This is very ambitious of you, Matt.
It is. I think it's going to come out rad. Funnily enough, this gear and the Iron Man gear for Brian, they were actually finished off on the same day in terms of the design. So it's kind of ironic to see them side by side like this. Wow. But yeah, it's always good. If you get to design the gear and then see that on an action figure, it's fantastic. If you get to design the figure as well, even better, because I get that control over how the design is then represented effectively. So really cool. I'm always grateful to you for letting me design your gear, and even more so when I get to put it on a figure. So thank you both.
Incredible job. Super toyetic. Look forward to the Major exclusives on a all Major Whatnot channel coming soon. But guys, we don't do just wrestling here at Major. Am I right?
That's right. Show them what's available right now. CollectMajor.com.
Bluntman
and Chronic, baby. Connect. These are your Jersey boys. Tell us about them.
These are the Jersey guys. This is from Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, or also in Chasing Amy, the cartoon, the comic book series. Kevin Smith has been really fun to work with. He's a fan of collecting, and being a Jersey boy myself, working with Kevin Smith has become a dream come true.
And those are 1 of 500 and available now at collectmajor.com for pre-order. But guys, this next slide, very near and dear to me. it's going to depict a legendary match that I saw live this past April in Las Vegas. I think people are going to be super excited for the first ever Major Bendy's 2-pack. The late, great, my friend, Sabu versus Joey Janela from GCW Spring Break 9. Unbelievable.
This was the talk of WrestleMania week. It was wild. It was perfect for Sabu's last match. Joey's already had a Major Bendy. Sabu's already had a Major Bendy, but these will be brand new molds depicting this iconic match.
And for sure that, Sabu will be very unique unto itself because he only wore that, that white gear that he wore. It's going to be epic. And the braids in his hair. So there's going to be a very distinct way to separate that this is Sabu from his last match. I'm very excited.
And the first ever 2-pack from Major Bendy's. So I'm excited to see how we excited and nervous to see how we execute that.
It's going down.
Guys, funny enough, last year at Comic-Con, we showed up this new line, Major Stars, and guys, it's been a disaster. They came, they weren't good enough. You know what we did? We ate it. We buried them with the ET Atari games, and we restarted, but they're coming any day now, early fall, Series 1, Major Stars, Brian Myers, Matt Cardona, Danhausen, Macho Man, TTD Connect. Can you tell us about the drama behind the scenes with these? Let the people know.
Well, like what you said, Matt, they came in, we weren't happy about it, and we said
we have standards around here at Major.
We had to go back to the back to formula, and just recreate everything. And TTD and then with the new factory, we were able to achieve something really cool, and I'm really excited to get it into people's hands.
Yeah, I think these are great. I think just the fact that we've got articulation, so things like this, what you see in here, the photography, you can do a little more with it. These are just prototypes on screen here, very close to the final production figures. But yeah, man, I have never had a figure that I've had to review as many times as some of these guys from.
He's tired of looking at these things, guys. We want them to be in your home.
Yeah, I think we must have had 10 or 15 samples of them before we finally gave up and said this isn't going to work, because there's lots of things to consider when you're doing something with articulation for the first time. You've got all the joints, you've got how it fits together, how it stays together, which was a critical thing, how the individual parts are molded, and then it comes to all the paint application, everything like that. But certainly as a collector myself, the final samples are fantastic, and I can't wait to get them in my collection. And I think everyone else will feel the same way too.
Yeah, not to be biased, even though I am. When I received the sample, I said, oh my God, I think this is the best thing we've ever done. And I think fans are going to really enjoy getting them signed by their favorite wrestlers on that nice window box.
Window box style packaging. Yeah, perfect for an autograph.
Very, very cool. But guys, we're going to have Series 2 is quickly coming behind it. So Series 2 will be Sergeant Slaughter, Jordan Grace, Ethan Page, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I'm very excited about these.
It's a freaking NXT invasion in Series 2 Major Stars.
Yes. You do a little WWE Legends versus NXT match here. But these won't be that far behind. They're already being worked on right now. So we apologize for the delay, but we couldn't put out something that we knew wasn't up to par.
And we already are working on a little bit of an exclusive repaint, Brian and Matt, USA.
Oh, baby. And the plan is for these to be at New York Comic-Con. Brian and I will be at New York Comic-Con. Brian, I think this might be the day we got to wear the gear all day.
I'm going to have to rebuy that gear then because it ripped.
Oh, my God.
Sounds like a plan, pal.
You are heartless. But we got Major Bendies. We got Major Stars. They're similar scale, but not exact, but it's perfect for them to share the same ring. And here it is, the first ever ring from Major. TTD, explain this box art. I love it. Like, I don't even know if I'm going to open the ring. I might just keep it in the box.
Yeah, it just needed to have a little bit of a retro style to it. So there's a little bit of a throwback there to 80s and 90s designs, but we still wanted to keep the major flavor. So you can see that the branding that sits around it is what you have on the major stars packaging and what's featured in some of the major bendies promo. Obviously, we wanted to get some talent in the ring on the box there, so we needed to get a couple of cool illustrations. But yeah, I think it's good. We wanted something that would really pop. And that would look colorful and enticing on a shelf. So,
and don't forget, there's a hidden drawer in there for accessories and storage, almost like a carrying case, if you will.
You put your swaggle bendy in there.
That would be fitting, yes.
And Kinnick, you think this will be in stock soon? This is not going to be a pre-order. In stock, baby.
In stock item, winter of 2025, 26, maybe.
All right, guys, let's go to the big rubber guys. What you guys are probably here for, the big rubber guys. This line we started off those 80s iconic figures. We've made so many superstars. I mean, just look on the screen right now. Macho Man, Ric Flair, Road Warriors, the Brooklyn Brawler, and so much
Dream,
more.
Dusty Rhodes.
Oh my God, we've made the who's who. We've made them, but we're not done making them. We hear you guys. We have the iconic Macho Man Randy Savage, and we did a summer exclusive, but unfortunately, guys, it's already sold out. You guys sold it out.
How fast did this Macho Man sell out? 1 of 1,000 USA.
Less than 12 hours.
Unbelievable. Thank you, guys.
Ooh,
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Shows that, big rubber guys are a thing, and we appreciate you for making it a thing.
And this figure is already being worked on. So, usually we do a pre-order, then order the figures. This was already being worked on as the pre-order was going down. So there won't be as long as the wait. TDD, what goes into, designing someone like Macho Man who has such iconic looks? I know you grew up on watching Macho Man. How's it feel to be designing this figure?
It's wild, to be honest. There's so many of the figures now that we've done where I have to pinch myself a little bit. Because it is just insane that these are like real life superheroes to me as a kid, right? And I think, especially being in the UK and that whole American thing, there was something about America. It's bigger, it's better, it's greater. And the WWE superstars were just the tip of that mountain to me. They were the real life superheroes. So to be designing someone like Macho, incredible. Obviously, it is a huge team effort. We've got Freedom, who sources incredible pictures that we really couldn't design the figures without. They're fantastic. And then the incredible sculpting that Beatty does after I've drawn the design up is just first class. But I think any Macho that we design like this, naturally you want to make it as toyetic as possible. You do need to have a little bit of an eye to the future in thinking, well, actually, could this be a repaint? Who knows? So you just need to really pick a gear that's going to tick all the boxes. And I think this one does just that.
Yeah, you mentioned Freedom, yourself, Beatty, Kinnick, Brian, myself. We are the dream team. It's just us. We just operate in a Facebook Messenger chat, and we're shooting ideas around. We're critiquing. We're voting. And that's the way things get done at Major so fast, because we're all just trying to get these out as fast as possible. And we all, we have no ego about it. If we think something's great, then Freedom pops in and says, no, fix this. We got to fix it. That we're trying to make the best product for you guys. And speaking of USA,
speaking of big egos and not going into business for themselves. Here's that repaint.
Oh yeah, coming very soon. If you're going to be at WrestleCon, SummerSlam weekend, I am coming. The complete, very Macho Man-esque, I guess. This is a repaint of the sold out big rubber guy that we've made before. I wore this gear in Canada for Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. I'll probably wear it again. Very, very toyetic, of course. And just one that we had to get out. Well, I had to get it out selfishly. That's why.
And did you get this gear made specifically to match the previous figure?
That is also true. So The first figure was a very unique mold gear that I had only worn a couple times, and there was no way to possibly repaint it. But I found a way. Life finds a way.
So what you're saying is you really need people to buy this figure because you're already deep in the hole financially on this thing.
Gear wise, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, gear wise, of course.
That's not all from Big Rubber Guys. We announced this actually in one of his final interviews. Sabu will be kicking off Big Rubber Guys Extreme, a new subdivision of the Big Rubber Guys. It lets us, honor and embrace some talents from a different era than the Big Rubber Guy era that we've been depicting. So super excited about this, and the potential is off the charts of who we can add to this, and obviously totally honored to kick it off with the late great Sabu.
100%. Now, I don't think we've decided this will be a full line or just inserted into lines, but
inserted into there.
Extreme will be it's obvious. Extreme superstars from the past, superstars you know and love. And, we already got them signed. There's some that we can't reveal right now, but Sabu is going to kick off Big Rubber Guys Extreme. And this August, we're going with the pre-order is the order model like we usually do. We will have 3 superstars and joining the Big Rubber Guys family for the very first time. Knobs of the Nasty Boys. And he's taking someone to Pity City right there. Look at that armpit up in the air.
All the way to Pity City. Holy smokes.
All the way to Pity City. And you guessed it, the other person in the line, Sags. Oh, baby, look at the Nasty Boys. They look beautiful.
Going to be awesome.
Can't wait to get those. And the third person in that line, you fans actually voted on. We gave you guys some choices and we let you vote. And we're gonna start doing this. We're gonna let the fans vote, not for every single figure, but that third figure, that random figure. Connect. Tell us why it's so important to have the fan interaction.
It gives us information of what you guys want. What I want may not be what everyone else wants. So we want to hear your voice, and we have this new system where you can vote for the next figure in the line. And it's exactly what I thought would happen. Who I thought was going to be in the lead wasn't in the lead. So it's a good thing that
super cool for us to get that, interactive with our fans and, lead us right to the right way,
Yeah. So thank you for your help, because we're trying to make this a fan friendly collection. And the next person in the line will be Paul Ellering.
Yeah, so Paul Ellering, we don't have him design yet. You guys just voted on him, guys. We're not that fast. But he will be up in August. Pre-order is the order. Paul Ellering and the Nasty Boys. But Paul Ellering is not the only one who is coming to Big Rubber Guys. We will have brand new molds of Sergeant Slaughter and Andre the Giant. Brand new molds, these 2 icons. Man, I mean, there's no denying their significance in the pro wrestling industry. But we just wanted to name some of the names that are coming later from Big Rubber Guys. We have a lot of tag teams. We have the Fabulous Rougeaus. We have Hercules. We have Hillbilly Jim, Tito Santana, referee Danny Davis. We have Jim Powers, Paul Roma. So we still want to finish that 80s collection, guys, and we're still working on more names to sign. Just because we don't have them on the screen today doesn't mean we don't have them signed, doesn't mean we're not working to have them signed. But we hear you. The backbone of Big Rubber Guys is continuing that original line from the 80s, those LJNs, and we're going to do that for you.
But Big Rubber Guys have exploded in popularity in the past year, and that's allowed us to deviate from pro wrestling. We kicked that off with none other than Rambo.
Dude, this is 80s. Jacked, tan, muscular, sweaty. He could fit in with your fig fed. I mean, maybe the weapons might get him disqualified.
That'd be a hell of a storyline. But what an honor, though, to have, Stallone and Big Rubber Guy Forum. Unbelievable collaboration. Super cool to have the Rambo license.
And these are being worked on as we speak, right, Kinnick?
Yeah, so it's already in production. We should have some latest in package samples of the actual rubber figure. So we should have that probably within the next 2 weeks, and then once approved, it goes into full production.
Also, Jean-Claude Van Damme from the infamous Kickboxer movie, again, in production right now. This looks like something that could be in your fig fed as well. Look at those legs. Look at those quads, baby.
Man, that quad definition alone makes this figure worth purchase. But again, to have a megastar like Jean-Claude Van Damme and Big Rubber Guy Forum, what a freaking thrill. Super cool. We see this line as like, anything that fits the, that Big Rubber Guy mold, an 80s, 90s, any genre almost, we'll take a gander at it. And Kickboxer was a perfect fit.
And that's not the only Kurt Sloan, because we have one right now available on collectmajor.com. The summer exclusive 1-in-1000, the dancing Kurt Sloan. You know this seed. He's drinking, he's dancing, he's kicking butt. TTD, how hard was it to execute this figure? Because there's no actual reference shots. D Freedom had to do some detective work here.
Yeah, there's stuff out there. So there's the famous GIF, and obviously you can watch the movie, which I did while it was being designed. I've got to say, when I dropped into the Facebook group chat that you mentioned earlier, and said, "Haha, we could do this now. We've got the Kickboxer license." I didn't expect you guys to come back so quickly and say, "Yeah, why not? Let's add it to the list." Which it's just awesome, and that's an example of how we work so quickly and succinctly together, that we can go from a throwaway comment to, okay, yeah, let's do it. But in terms of the design, D Freedom really helped out on this one, actually, because watching the film and looking at the GIF and looking at the screenshots of the film that you can see online, you don't really have the granularity, the detail on the gear. So D was able to work a couple of things out that even to the naked eye I couldn't see on the film, like the zipper on the front of his top there. So D just gives us that detail to take it to the next level to make sure it's perfect. But I think it's just a fun design, right?
That's what it's meant to be, right? This is obviously meant to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I know it's subtle, but even that the box art is like in a different dance move. It feels like he's dancing, like you see him like he's in one position and the other.
He's high and low right there.
Very, very chaotic. But Brian, I'll let you handle this next one.
Guys, this next announcement has been a long time coming. I couldn't be more excited to announce a partnership between Major and Major League Baseball. A thrill of a lifetime for me as a lifelong diehard baseball fan. I think this is a match made in heaven for us as a company, and to make Big Rubber Guys officially with the MLB license is such a thrill, and we had to kick it off in a big way, in a very fun way. And we had to do something and someone very legendary and near and dear to my heart, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Met.
Oh my
Big
God.
Rubber Guy coming soon. Well, I'll tell you this, Mr. Met is not coming alone. He's going to have his arch freaking nemesis, the Philly Fanatic. Maybe, I hate to say this, but maybe the most famous baseball mascot, the Philly Fanatic.
Even I know him.
Exactly. So now you have it right there. Your Mr. Met can take on the Philly Fanatic like he does in real life, but in Big Rubber Guy form. And we already even have these 3D renders. These are already well on their way into production, and we're deep in the process of making these. It's been so exciting, so fun. The collaborative effort of everybody that works on this team, and deciding how Big Rubber Guy these guys get. And I think we nailed it. Where this could be wrestling figure or just an awesome thing to have on your desk to celebrate the team that you love.
And if you're not necessarily a baseball fan, you might be thinking, "Oh, I don't want these guys," but you're certainly going to need this guy right here. Ooh, yeah, Macho Man Randy Savage. Brian, why is he in the Reds gear? Can you explain this to me?
Well, Macho Man Randy Savage was drafted by the Cincinnati Reds and played in their minor league system for many years until he got injured and almost was a major leaguer. So this is a way to honor that whole situation. A lot of diehard, Macho Man fans are well aware of this. It's been well documented. So we thought this was a super fun thing. And I'm sure Reds fans are well aware of it and very excited to have something like this in their collection.
I mean, I certainly need that. And I'm not necessarily a baseball fan, but the two figures you showed up previously, super toyetic. I can't wait to see what's next for Major League Baseball and Major. But TTD, we were talking earlier off air, like, you guys don't watch MLB in England, so this is totally foreign to you, literally.
Yeah, baseball is not the UK's pastime, but taking a step into that world has been phenomenal. And funnily enough, when I was a kid getting into wrestling, the thing that really got me into wrestling was the fact that these guys were larger than life and were superheroes, and the bright colors and the merch. My first real dip into baseball through designing these figures has been the mascots, and that evokes some of that same kind of feeling, because I'm looking through all the mascots. I'm like, wow, I hope we get to do this guy. Wow, look how colorful this guy is. And then going off and looking at some of the merch, and I might be becoming a baseball fan.
What? We gotta take you.
I might. Yeah. When I come over, I might need to go to a game.
We gotta go. Is it still Shea Stadium? What's it called?
Oh my God, Broski, you're killing me. City Field.
Yeah, we need to bring TTD over, and I'll go to City Field for the first time as well.
Oh yeah,
we'll have a hot dog.
I will
some Cracker Jacks. Watch a ball game.
Meet the greatest
Mr.
tailgate you've ever seen, if that's the case.
Get Mr. Matt to sign it.
Super excited about this partnership, guys. This is just the beginning. We're just scratching the surface here of all the things and all the possibilities between Major, Big Rubber Guys, Major League Baseball. Just unbelievable. So come along for the ride.
And we announced this last week at StarCast. This is major news that Major is now all elite. AEW and Major, more specifically Big Rubber Guys and Major. And at StarCast, we announced this line. We want to thank AEW, Shop AEW. These will be Shop AEW exclusives. And I want to thank D Freedom, TTD, Brian Beatty for working so hard, so fast on this line, because this deal just got made very, very recently. And it takes time. TTD, tell us how long it takes on average to get a figure design from me telling you to do it to you having the approved design.
Yeah, so I guess there are different stages, right? So in its simplest form, the first thing that we do is talk about what attire the person's going to be wearing, what pose potentially we want. D might get some reference for us, or AEW might in this instance send some reference, and then it's a case of doing a concept or two to just flesh out in black and white what the figure's going to look like. And then I go off and do the actual design of the figure and add the Pantone colors and create all the decals, like any tattoos or logos on the gear and all that sort of stuff. So an end to end, because I'm really lucky that you guys let me run with doing the figure design right the way through to the packaging design. That's really awesome. That might be 20 to 30 hours worth of work all in. But initially, that first, hey, we're going to do this guy, to this is how it's going to look, we've approved the concept, that might only be a few hours, When you guys do the hard work, Matt, Brian, and Kanik, in getting the names and getting the people on board, it's then for me and D and ultimately Beatty to do the hard work and paddle quickly to get the artwork out for you guys to approve. So fantastic team effort. A few hours to answer your original question just to get the initial design. But yeah, all in end to end about 30 hours a figure.
Woo. Well, let's show that first figure that we've already seen. Timeless Tony Storm, a perfect example of TTD doing his work. Well, first we were going back and forth. What gear? That probably took the longest for this figure. What gear? D Freedom gets the reference. TTD designs it. Then Brian Beatty sculpts it. But then D Freedom, we all like, oh, it's so great. It's perfect. Then D Freedom with his eye spots things that can make it even better. That's why we have this dream team here. Timeless Tony Storm coming, but not just regular Timeless Tony Storm. We have a variant, a chase in the black and white. And if you order all 4 of these figures from Shop AEW, which are available if you're watching this now. Should be now, right now, right, Kinnick? What should they be available right now?
They should be available at 1 p.m. Eastern time, I believe.
ShopAEW.com exclusive. If you buy all 4, you will get a chance to receive the Chase Timeless Tony Storm instead of the regular one. So that's what I know. That's what I would do if I was a fan. I'd probably buy 2 Timeless Tony Storms.
Put yourself in the
4.
hunt. Yeah,
you gotta get it. And this is an iconic look for Tony Storm. Like, it's not just, we're not just making a figure in black and white. She does all her vignettes, her photo shoots, everything's in black and white. So it was just a natural figure, a natural Chase to make.
Kinnick and I were at All In representing, Major when this deal was made, and I saw Tony Storm live. She is a big, big star.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, we have 3 more, so let's go to the next person. Will Ospreay, the man, is he not the best wrestler in the world? He might be. Me and him, Brian, did you ever see the match me and Will had in the UK?
Yeah,
Meltzer
he had
rated
to
it
dumb
10
down all his
stars.
offense for you.
10 stars Meltzer rated it. This
10
is not
stars. Wow.
Love the figure. We kind of, we don't want these to look like just statues, so we don't want them to be necessarily in their signature pose. So this could be like he's doing his finishing move, right, TTD?
Absolutely, yes. We might be throwing the elbow there. Incidentally, I was at that match of yours against Ospreay.
That's right.
It was a great match.
Thank you so much.
Really great match.
TTD, you're fired.
Yeah. But yeah, you're absolutely right. If we can get a finishing move or one of the finishing moves into the figure, fantastic. It just makes it a little bit more playable. These are adult collectibles. They're not toys, but we all know that we like to get figures on our desk or wherever and have a little bit of a fig-fed rumble.
Right. As if it were to be played with, you can imagine, a child throwing that hidden blade with that elbow.
And we play a little bit, right? Just a little bit, at least.
We'll talk off camera about my big friend.
But yeah, if we can get one of those signature moves into the pose, but still have it as a studio-esque type shot where they can all be stood on the shelf together, perfect.
And then let's go to the very next figure. Look at this. Elite Moments. Hangman Adam Page just won the AEW World Championship at AEW All In Texas. Will come with the title, will come with the chain that he used to win that title. And I want you guys to pay attention to this Elite Moments, because this figure will be a part of it will be in Series 1, but it is starting a new approach, something that only Major can do. If there's an elite moment that happens at a pay-per-view, a Dynamite, a Collision, if it's that elite that warrants a figure, we can get that figure up for pre-order in days. Nobody else is able to do that because of the way we operate, the way we work. If let's say we already had the AEW line going and Hangman won the title, we could have that figure up, on Dynamite, a lower third on screen as he's walking to the ring.
Right. So that's the plan, right? Something epic happens on a pay-per-view on a Saturday or Sunday. By Wednesday on your television screen, we're telling you, pre-order this now, and it'll be depicting that exact moment. An elite moment, if you will.
An elite moment. And guys, I know what you're thinking. Like, when Hangman won the title, he was just like covered in blood. Well, don't worry, guys, we got you covered, because he will also be a Chase covered in blood. Is it his blood? Is it Moxley's blood? It could be both. If you're a Mox completist, you might need this.
And check out that clothesline potential with that figure.
Yes. And again, order all 4 for a chance to get the Chase. Now, these figures will be pre-order, but not forever, guys. You have until August 9th to get your order in. The pre-order is the order from now till August 9th. Shop AEW.com. I think we're forgetting the 4th figure.
Is that it? I thought we were done.
No, I think
there's more.
I think we got one more figure. Let me just do the Tony Schiavone tribute. It's Sting!
part of the Icons collection, a subdivision of this Big Rubber Guys AEW collab. It's a throwback Sting, guys. It speaks for itself. Everyone knows Surfer Sting from their childhood. Potentially the most perfect Big Rubber Guy of all time. So deserving. Incredibly excited to have Sting in this line.
Yeah, I mean, this is the figure that I think all the Big Rubber Guys fans are wanting. This is the guy. This is the guy we were trying to get for years, and now we got him. That iconic Surfer Sting look. Is he flexing? Is he doing a Stinger splash? He's doing both. Use your imagination.
And guys, we've been working so hard on this. Kinnick even has a prototype in his hand.
Yep, it's right here.
It's unbelievable. That's how hard we've been working on this.
Oh, look at that, baby.
Yep.
Like, these are far along.
Moving along, man.
Look at the Stinger, baby.
Oh, so fun. So jacked.
So jacked.
And TTD's been working tirelessly on the packaging for these bad boys as well, which also is just a great, just clean look. The black and gold, signature AEW colors. You can see Sting has the Icons banner attached to his Elite Moments on the Hangman. There's just so much potential for this, and we're super excited to be partnered with AEW and shopaew.com. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys.
Yeah, guys, make sure you get these right now. Shopaew.com. The pre-order is the order until August 9th. And like I said, if you order all four, you have a chance to get the chases. Timeless Tony Storm in the black and white, and the bloody Hangman Adam Page. These are just early images. Of course, Adam Page will have the chain and the championship. I cannot wait to see who gets all these figures signed first. It's going to be fun.
Really cool. It'll probably be Kinnick, but that'd be really cool.
Well, guys, I mean, I'm very, very excited. We thank you guys for your support, from growing this company from Major Bendy's all the way to Major. We got so much stuff ready for you guys for 2025, the rest of 2026. We got some things that we haven't even shown up today. But without you fans, we'd be nothing. So thank you very much, guys.
Yeah, you guys have been along for the ride. It's just been unbelievable. The support, the fun. Hope that's above all. I hope everyone's having fun collecting this line, being a fan of this line, because that's what it's all about. So things are growing, things are moving fast, and we appreciate you.
Yeah, and I just want to say I thank you to Kinnick, Brian, TDD, D Freedom, Brian Beatty, because without them, this wouldn't be happening. This wouldn't be possible. So I thank you guys, and again, you fans, for supporting us. And we listen. We're in the message boards. We're in the Facebook groups. We're on social media. We're collectors too. We're fans too. We're just like you guys. And I mean, look at our walls behind us. So we want the best line for all you guys. And thank you so much for the support again.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
CollectMajor.com.
Big after my ass? I'll bring my guys. You have yours. I got Sergeant Slaughter. And I got Ric Flair. Woo! Here's Andre the Giant. And here's Macho Man. Ooh, yeah. And Brian Myers. And Matt Cardona.
They're so real. Can you tell the difference?
Roster Cup. Video silence.
Big Rubber Guys. They're for real. Each sold separately on MajorBendies.com.
Big Rubber Guys. Collect them all.